AITA for refusing to drive my husband to the airport and being upset he is leaving? Some background: we live on the East Coast and his family lives in TX. My family lives about 4 hours away. They drive to us for every holiday, birthday, dance recital, etc. We have lived here for roughly 7 years. Before that, we lived in TX. His family takes several trips/vacations a year and only once, this past year, came to visit us. Over the 7 years we have went to visit them at minimum 1 to 3 times per year. My husband works out of town about 3 weeks a month, so it's a lot of solo parenting for me. The weekend before Christmas he went with his parents and siblings to OK to visit his grandparents. Myself and my children were unable to go as my daughter had holiday things going on at home she didn't want to miss. He came home the Monday before Christmas and asked if we could swing a trip to TX after Christmas to see his family and so his dad and him could go to the Alamo Bowl. I told him that we unfortunately couldn't. We really couldn't swing an unplanned trip financially right now, and with wanting to travel so close to the holidays, booking prices were extremely high. I also explained to him that our daughter had off of school and all sports this week and that never happens, especially when he is home too, and I really wanted this to be a week for us to all spend together. Especially since he will start traveling for work again on the 2nd of January and will not be home until the last week of January. The day before Christmas Eve I was out shopping and he texted me saying he knew I was going to be mad but his dad had booked him a flight and bought tickets for himself, my husband, my brother-in-law and mother-in-law to all go to the game. He would return the 30th. I got upset because we had already talked about going and I said that we just couldn't swing it this year. His response was that he knew nothing about this and his dad surprised him with it for a last-minute Christmas gift, which is a lie because they mailed our gifts to us and our children and he had received a Christmas gift. I asked him if everything had already been purchased as I would like him to not go. He said yes, and that he was going because it's something he really wanted to do. We haven't spoken much since then honestly because I feel very hurt that he doesn't want to spend time with myself and our children before a long work trip, after he's just seen his family last week, and would rather spend most of the week with his parents. He says that we could just book flights for myself and our kids to go, but we honestly don't have the money and I'm not maxing out a credit card for an unplanned trip. Tonight he asked me if I will be driving him to the airport tomorrow morning for a 6 a.m. flight. I told him that he will need to book an Uber because I'm not waking our kids up at 3:30 a.m. to drive an hour each way to the airport so that he can go on a trip that I don't even want him going on. He says that I'm being unreasonable. What do you think? Edit: the tickets for the game were already bought, for my husband, his mom, his dad, and his brother. Even if we came up with the extra $3,000 for the flights for myself, my daughter and my son, we would have not had tickets to the game. We were never invited. He came home later than planned for the holidays as it is due to going to Oklahoma to celebrate then early with his family.